Hello everybody, Andrew R73 here of STBN, welcoming you back to another episode on the SMB server. Hey, how you doing? Hope everything's been going good since we last hung out in this place and gave you a little tour. Well, I have been working on some items around here, and as you can see, I've been putting together my map wall here. I've been out exploring the area around my base. I guess I got some corners, some edges here I need to fill in, but I was out exploring because I was told that Dadcraft, if you remember last time I mentioned, he said he might have some need some help, and I figured, well, you know, I better get a good lay of the land while I'm waiting for his call, and because you never know when it's gonna happen. So I've got 3 more maps here that I need to fill in. It looks like I need to fill in a little bit of the corners there, but no, it's coming together quite nice. And here is my base right here, and spawn is actually back in, you know, that general direction. So it's that way like that. And I believe I have a teammate, Yergs is roughly due west of me, somewhere off in about that direction. I'm, you know, maybe around over in here. I believe I saw her base. And then I have another teammate is about 600 some blocks off in that general direction on the other side of this jungle. And that is Kimmy. Another fantastic teammate here. She came in to SMB at the same time I did, and I want to make sure that I help my. What is that? Do you see that out there? And some lapis, some coal, and a couple of stacks of inner pearls. Alright, I think that is a good emergency kit right there. A little bit of everything. I mean, you never know what you're going to need. Yes, as you saw, it looks like Dadcraft called in the beacons, and he has told me that it is time to go to work. Alright, so well, like I said, I just finished packing my emergency overnight kit. We're gonna get underway, and looks like I need to head on down and take a little trip over to Dadcraft's place. So let's get to it. Hey everybody, we made it! One piece even! Hey, look, my luggage made it too. And would you look at this place? Oh my! This place is amazing. And just look at the gate of the airport. Oh, that's wow! So this is the Valley of the Kings. This is Dadcraft's build going on over here, and I gotta tell you, it's one thing to see this on the videos, and it is another to be here in person. It is amazing, the detail, the work, the effort that has been put into this thing. Now, well, I guess we should get down to business. And what am I doing here? Because I mean, if you want a full tour, you want to know what all this stuff is, by all means, head on over to Dadcraft's channel there, and he can explain everything. You see him build it, see how it's done. There's, you know, the main pyramid right here. There's wishing wells around here, or I don't know if they're wishing wells, but wells. There's a whole nother structure back there. This is where we're going to be doing our work that that Dadcraft asked me to come over and help out with. But this place is just amazing. So yeah, come on over, check out his channel, and yeah, and give him some love. Hit that, watch his videos, hit the like buttons, and yeah, it's good stuff. So we are going to be working in here today, and maybe tonight, and maybe tomorrow. And this is a huge building. So this building right here is going to be the main storage, bulk storage rather, for this entire campus, if you will, this entire valley, this entire build. All of the main or base resources, the stone, sandstone, sand, cobble, dirt, these base elements. Well, we need a place to store them, and that's going to be in here. And we are going to go with a silo-based system. And so that way I mean, in essence, what it is this pit right here that we've got is going to have a sorting system, and the silos are going to be over here. So that way we're going to use these wells here. There's going to be several areas or spots throughout this entire build where you can just walk over, dump a whole bunch of stuff, and empty your inventory. It'll all get sorted, and the base items will get dumped over here into a silo sorting system, or storage system rather. They'll be sorted down here. So I guess instead of me rambling on and explaining what we're gonna do, how about I just get to it? Okay, hey everybody, it's been a couple hours. I've been doing some solid work here in the room. But what? You mean you don't see nothing? Doesn't look any different than the last clip? What are you talking? Oh, how about we look at it that way? There we go. Yeah, so what I've just done the one side of the building. Everything I do on this side will end up being copied over on this side as well. So we have 6 silos right here. I've got phase 1 done. Okay, now there are a couple more phases to go. And like I said, this will be copied over there. So basically, if you haven't seen this before, what it is there is a dropper. You could use a dispenser, either one, doesn't really matter. The whole point is that this is an item or an object that has an inventory in it that I can access from this side. Above it is just a series of redstone lamps. There's 16 lamps on each one. We have 6 in total. Now, as I said, this is phase 1, and phase 1 is basically, and this is just a temporary opening to let me get in and out of here. But phase 1 is just the silo itself. Basically, the way this thing works. Excuse me there. Still getting over the coughing fit. But here, let me jump up. Oops. This is a half slab. I forgot the half slab here. So let me pop that out so we can get up here. Okay. So basically what it is, you can see the redstone lamp is right there. This block will be powered by this comparator. So with this block powered, that redstone lamp will turn on. This comparator gets power when there is at least one or more item in this chest. So as soon as this chest starts holding items, the comparator gets a signal, comparator powers the block powers the redstone lamp turns on, and we have an indication that there is at least something in the chest there. And we know that we are at least at, like, say, this level here. And as the chest fills up, then this hopper will fill up. And then as soon as this hopper is full, this chest will begin to fill up, which will power this comparator, power that block, and then power the second redstone lamp. in vertical succession, and this just keeps going back and forth all the way up to the top. Now that's phase 1. On at least this, I'll duplicate this on the far end of the building, but this is phase 1. Phase 2 is how we fill this silo. It needs to be filled from the top. So we got to get all of our items, whether it be dirt, cobble, sandstone, whatever, we got to get them up to the top and pump them into that chest first, and then the items will filter, all the way back down to the very bottom into this dropper, and then they'll start backfilling as we fill. It'll fill from the bottom to the top, but we load it, if you will. We load it from the top and go down. How we do that is right down in here. There is going to be a drop-evator. Using a vertical chain of droppers, basically this guy that you see right here that I've got on the far side, but powering them so that they spit their items vertically up a chain of droppers, and then we pull them out at the top and stuff them into that top chest and let them filter back down again. So I need to make a drop-evator right here, and then another one here, another one here, another one here, and then one for this silo on this end, and then a 6th one over here. So there'll be 6 drop-evators in this area back here. That will be phase 2, getting those things all built, powered, hooked up, the whole deal. And then phase 3 is tying the drop-evators to our sorting system over there, running the distribution chain from our pit to over here. That'll be phase 3. So, all right, this is good talk. We've discussed what we're doing here for phase 1, what we have done, what we will be doing. So, I guess without my continuing to ramble, let's get back to work, and I'll be back when I can show you phase 2 complete. Hey everybody, welcome back. Yeah, it doesn't look any much different from this side, does it? But I guarantee you, there's a lot of difference back over on this side. Check this out. A little tight squeeze coming through there, but we have this thing all wired up. Look at all that. Every single silo now has the dropper stack. It also has the redstone torch trees. And they go all the way down here. Well, not really all the way. It's not that far. It's just a few blocks down to the bottom. So we've got 6 of them right here. And I have tested them all, and they do work. But let me show you, run over here, and we'll show you how it works. And you can see right now there is nothing in any of the bottom droppers. So basically there's nothing up my sleeves, if you will. So let's run over here. And I'm figuring we're going to have the filtering sorting system right in this area. And what I figure is for the silos on this side, I'm going to call these pipes just for easy reference. The hopper chain, we're running a pipe over there to the silos. So we'll have the filters, we'll have some hopper chains, pipes if you will, and we're running over there. Now, just to get back here, I made this little tunnel, and this may be like our maintenance access. So this is the one on the far side from the filtering system, which is over there. And so we've got the 4 along the back wall, and then the one that we passed. Now that one up front, that's the only one that I've got a hopper chain connected to right now. And it's very important that these drop-evators are hooked up by a hopper, because if you just take I got some test items here, but if I just take and drop the whole thing in there, well, what's going to happen is that this comparator is going to pull a signal, and it'll come around, the signal will come around, and this repeater will eventually get powered and then power this dropper, which will cause the first item to right up. And droppers work when it goes by 2s. So powering this one also bud powers this guy, so the item that's here actually bounces up by 2, and that's why the torch is every other one. That way it just bounces it up by 2 at a time. This is in the wiki. I mean, you'll see it there. But the reason here, like I'm saying, is if I drop a full stack, well, that signal comes around, the first item goes up, but this comparator is still powered. So it's just a solid signal and nothing else happens and we get stuck. Well, with a hopper, the hopper pops one item in at a time, which causes this signal here to basically become a pulsed signal. So I'm going to simulate that, and if you watch, it goes away, and then all I'm doing is one at a time dropping these in, and you can see there they go up the chain. The torch chain works that way, and that's what will happen when a hopper is hooked into here. And so our items that come from the filter system, they'll come down the hopper chain, hit this bottom dropper, and this guy does its business, sends everything up, and then they come back down that big old silo of chests and hoppers. So again, all it is just putting these in one at a time, and they flow right up our dropper stack. So just I'm going to finish these all the way through just so that we make double sure. I'm just going to double check it, triple make sure right here on camera that this thing, oops, that I didn't wait. There we go. I got to wait. I got too quick. And that's what I was talking about. Because there was multiple items in there, the signal just stayed on and we didn't get that pulse. And that's what we need. We need that pulsed signal. I got to wait for it to disappear and then drop the next item and we're good to go. Now, like I said, this guy, however, we do have hooked up via the hoppers, so I can just come over here and I can drop and away he goes. So let's run back up here to the main storage area. And I don't remember the order. I do remember the iron was the last one we put in, and we should see, here they come, 3, 4, and 5. All 5 of them. So now, when this thing fills up, then we have the hopper right behind this, and then the hopper right behind it. Then it's the chest. So we have 9 here, and then 5 and 5. So 19 stacks of whatever this item will be. So stack number 20 will turn this redstone lamp. Sorry, I was going to say indicator light. Oops, wrong button. I was going to say indicator light or whatnot. But once I hit stack number 20, these start to turn on. And same thing going around. So we had the iron here. We have our dog food. We have our redstone. We have the slab. We have bone. I might have to check that one. And our apples. Okay, so apparently bones, there may be something stuck in here, so I'll take care of that. I'll find out what the problem is with that one. See, it's always good to test. It's always good to test. But okay, so basically you get the idea, you get the point that these things are just about ready to go. And now it is finish up. So that's phase 2. And then phase 3 is going to be taking these pipes, these hopper chains, punching these all the way through and setting up 6 individual hopper chains and having them over here and right here so that we can then, depending on how the filtering system gets placed in here, we can hook them all up and be good to go. So I'll bring you back when we get phase 3, the hopper chains. When we get those all done, phase 3 complete, I'll be right back. Alright, we're back again, and we have done work. Look at that. Isn't that a thing of beauty? Oh, I love it. Admiring my own stuff here. Actually, what we've got is the sorting system for the silos that we have put in, and I went ahead and just built the filters, the sorting guys here. These are based on an ImpulseSV design, their overflow protection. Now, you can put these guys right side by side, but I decided to space them out. And I can always change that. It's really easy to change, put them right next, bump them up next to each other if we want to. I just thought just the look of it, it just kind of looked neat having them spaced. But I don't know, we can always change it if we want to. Anyway, so the idea is that items will be coming out of this pipe, if you will, here, and they'll be coming down, and then, you know, water flows will have the items coming across and around and over all of these filters. The first 6, which represent that side, the silos on that side of the building, are these 6 filters. These 6 filters here will be the silos on this side of the building. And then what's going to happen next is, well, that'll be the next video where this pipe goes. Yeah, we'll take that one in episode 3 because there's just way still too much to do here to cover all in this episode. So, yes, cliffhanger. Sorry. Anyway, what we have here is the drop evaders back here. If you look, remember we have the drop evaders right here. We have one on the far side and then one right over here. What I have done is created a series of hopper chains that go all the way down. This guy right here, this chain that you can see goes to the first drop evader. This second chain right here goes all the way down and then hangs a right at the next drop evader. And then this third guy goes all the way down and it hangs a right at the third drop evader, and so on and so forth. So basically what we have here is this one right here is the far silo at the far end. Is this guy. Then this is the next silo over, with sandstone here being the silo right here on this wall right here. Looks like it's getting dark. I probably should go hit the sack and reset to the day, but basically we have stone, cobble, dirt, 2 for sand and 1 for sandstone over here. Now all I have to do is change the filter, and that will change what gets sorted into any individual silo. So we can, by simply changing the filters around, we can change what goes into any given silo. It's pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Here is the stone. As you see, you can access it, and there's the stone, and then cobble is in this one, and then dirt, the 2 sand, and the sandstone. I'm going to go ahead. What we're going to do is put a little, what do you call that? An item frame with the block in the item frame. I just put these here just for my own memory, so I can remember which one was which. I'll take these down once we're done. But so this thing is now working. I just need to get some water and get the water flow going in here, and then I can dump a bunch of items and we can test it and make sure that it's working. Oh, would you look at that view? Oh, isn't that amazing? I'm just hanging out in Dadcraft's balloon over here. We've finished up the whole system over there. Both sides and everything are all done, and I thought I would relax while waiting for Dadcraft to get here. I just hang out in the balloon, a little fresh air, kind of scope out the lay of the land. I mean, this thing is so big you can't even see the other side of it. This thing is amazing, and there's still a lot of work he's got to do here. All the plans that he has roaming around that head of his. Oh, this place is going to be amazing when it's done. But all right, well, as soon as he gets here, we'll show off everything we've done. All righty. Well, hey, don't want to keep you in suspense too much longer. We go take a look and see what we got here.
All right, man, you lead.
Awesome. Well, try not to look down in the pit just yet. Don't want to spoil that surprise just yet. So you come inside, take a look, and check out your new silo system.
Oh, that looks awesome. That's exactly like what was in my head when we were out here talking about it that night.
Yep.
It's exactly what I was thinking about. So,
like as you see, I mean, it's pretty evident just by looking at it, but we got 6 silos on either side. Got the stone and cobble, dirt. There's 2 sand here, but as I've been messing around with it, I'm realizing, we may not need 2, and then this whole silo here would have to completely fill up before this silo of sand would start to fill up, just because of the way the filters and hoppers and all that work. So I don't know. We may want to put a different, or you can, if you so desire, put a different item in here. But then sandstone is over on this guy, and then across the room over here we have the diorite, the andesite, and the granite over on these 3. And these final 3 are open. I know you talked about melons and pumpkins, and then possibly something else, but right now these 3 are there's nothing set. And like I said, the whole thing is nicely concealed within the walls here. And I tried to match the contour of the ceiling, keep that going. Now, as far as getting back behind it, okay. So this column right here of sandstone. if I just back up a little bit because of the haste, but you can pop these 2 blocks on this one and then the same thing on that one. You can also do it on the other side, but just right here, and you can come, you duck under that little hoppers right there, kind of, you know, snake your way around, and you can get here into the back side if you need to access anything back here. Everything, I've tested it and tested it. I've beat on it, kicked on it, I've thrown sticks at it, I've cursed at it. I mean, the whole thing, and everything seems to be working. I left these holes open so that you could see down. I put some glass in it just so that you could, you know, not for fear of falling in, but just so you can see. But like I said, I just tried to keep it open. I don't know if you want to enclose it or if you want to do something with the design, your theme, or whatever you want to do.
No, man, this is amazing looking back here. You know, I think it's fine that people can kind of peek through and kind of see the inner workings that are going on there. I think that's going to be awesome.
For those that are watching, there are listening. There are 16 hoppers. There are 16 double chests with the dropper at the very bottom there that you access from the other side, giving you a total, I believe it was 953 stacks per silo that you for each item that you want to store. And I think that's like some 60,000 individual items, and then you have 12 silos, so you've got somewhere around over half a million items you can store in just these 12 silos.
I love that. Oh, makes me so happy.
You have storage coming out of your ears more than you could, you know, shake a stick at right now.
Andrew, I love it so much.
And you can already see that the stone and sand over here, as I've been working, I've just been dumping it into the system, plus testing. You can already see that one indicator light is on. And that tells you right here, this indicator light doesn't turn on until you have 20 stacks already in that silo. So, you know, you got a little bit to go on. So, but this is like the Purdy side. This is what, you know, everybody would see when they come by to visit. But why don't I show you how the stuff gets there?
Okay. And
if you take a peek over the edge.
Oh, wow. So that's the sorting system?
This is the sorting system. Again, it's the filters are based on Impulse's design. I decided to space them just for the look, for the visual, nothing more than that. They could have been bumped right up against each other. I just like the visual. You can see that it is a mirrored design. So there is the center row, and then everything for the, what is that direction? That is the west side is on those 6 filters, and then the east side are these 6 filters, and then the hopper chains that lead away from the filters. Everything is mirrored. Now, as far as the hopper chains, if you want to get to the back, I left 1 block wide gap on either side right here, so that you can come in and get to the back side of the hopper chains, and then you can hop down, and here's where you get to the bottom of the drop evaders. And if you look up, you can see the glass up top. Okay. So if you ever needed to come down here for any reason, this is how you would do it. Now that's the actual, like, the filter system, but let me show you how we are going to get the actual items in here. You were telling me about these 4 wells around the corner of the corners of the pyramid. You wanted that to be like a dumping zone. Like, you come over here with a full inventory and you can just dump stuff in and you know, go on about your business. There could be a possibility, depending on how much stuff you drop off all in one time, you could have items go past your filter, and then the problem is, how do we get them back to the filter again so that they get filtered? How do we not lose all that? Well, the solution that I came up with, I missed. If you head on back down here, I'll show you. Come to the other end of the pipe. Hopefully you have your galoshes on, because I have hooked the water up. But if you notice, under there is a dispenser. And up above, you'll see a couple of hoppers. what I have here is that at the bottom of that well, there's a couple of hoppers here that when you toss items in, these hoppers will collect those items. It'll shuffle it through 3 double chests, kind of acting as a bottleneck, as a buffer to the system, if you will. And then they come down, and then the dispenser shoots them out individually. So that at the most, you might have items grouping in 2s or 3s. And then as those come down the water chute here, the ice chute, the filter can handle collecting items in batches of 2s, 3s, and 4s, and you won't have your items going past your filter. It'll be able to handle it. It won't get backed up. I'm just gonna drop these two, drop those guys in there. And I'm only throwing in the items I know that we have filtering for in the silo. What do we do with the other items in the inventory? Well, maybe that's another episode, you know. But so as you can see, the items come squirting out and they go down the ice tray. Now, if you notice something a little peculiar about this little intersection right here, sometimes the items overshoot. But because I have the water stream coming in from both directions, the items that overshoot actually get pushed back to the T intersection and get pushed down the filtering. So it doesn't matter where you drop your inventory off, they will all get pushed down across our filters.
Yeah, I put in a stack of diorite.
Oh, you put in some diorite? Okay, so I put in a diorite, you put in some diorite, I also put in some stone. You see the stone getting collected on this side, diorite going around to the other side. The diorite over here, we probably could see the numbers counting up. Yep, you see there they are. 3, 4, 5, and it's coming in. Now I guess I leave it back up to the city planners on for this part, what they want to do with the hole in the ground.
Man, I have to have some meetings with with the city to see if we can't get this thing covered up. Oh, Andrew, I can't even tell you how perfect this is, because not only the collection, you know, the sorting of the items, but, you know, if you've spent any time watching any of my videos, man, I like to do things big, right? As big as I possibly can.
No, I never would have guessed.
A tremendous amount of work, and this storage system is a reflection of that, right? I mean, 60,000, 900 stacks of any of these items that I can store. Yep. That's all me. I mean, that's how I like to play this game.
That's how you roll.
The fact that you kind of captured that and built this for me, man, it's awesome. I love it so much. Thank you very much.
Well, you are most certainly welcome. It's been I had a ball doing this, and I'm just wondering what any storage system I do for myself is just going to seem so simple now.
I just smiled.
I just got the back of your head.
I just smiled in real life like I was taking a real picture. My goodness.
And more, little more. And yay! There we go. That's going on the video thumbnail. Alrighty then. Well, hey, then I guess we can consider this one done and dusted, eh?
I think so. Thank you so much again, Andrew. It's awesome. Exceeded my expectations 10 times over. Awesome job.
Outstanding. All right. Well, I will see you next time. Here we go ahead and put all this. Oh man, it is good to be back. Oh boy, was that a lot of work. Oh, I'm so glad to have it done though. Man, I couldn't have thought of a better way to really kind of get started on this server than to have Dadcraft ask me to come on over there and help him out with a little bit of storage problems. That was awesome. Yes, it was. But it's good to be back. Good to be back in my little hidey hole here with old Yeller over here. Yeah, my boy's still there. Nice. So, I guess that'll pretty much do it for this episode. I appreciate you guys joining me. I hope you liked the video. Hope you liked what you saw. If you have any comments or suggestions or questions, by all means, leave them in the comments section below. I will get back to you. Okay, I will catch you guys in the next episode. Oh, yeah, I almost forgot.
Oh, that's right. Suck it, Blue.
Yep, that's right. All right. Okay, see you guys later. See you next time. Bye-bye.